This is the UK's tallest living Christmas tree, and you can see it right here in the northeast of England. I was very kindly invited to the switch on of this incredible tree at Cragside House in Rothbury, Northumberland, and also a sneak peek of their Spirits of the Forest display for the festive season within the house. And I wanted to take you along with me, as I'm always astounded when I get opportunities like this. So upon walking down from the car park to the house in this absolutely gorgeous Northumberland landscape, we were greeted with a little itinerary of the evening. Firstly grabbing a hot chocolate before having a look at the festive display, before gathering for the switch on at the Christmas tree at 5:15. This is the tree in question, with over 2,000 lights festooned over the giant 42-metre redwood tree, which is twice the height of the Angel of the North, casting a magical glow at Cragside, the home of William Armstrong. Lanterns lit the walkway down to the tree, being reminiscent of when the royal family visited the estate in 1884, after hearing about the Geordie genius. To commemorate the visit, Armstrong decorated the hillsides with thousands of lamps. Cragside was the first house in the world to be lit with hydroelectricity, so of course the lighting today in this display carries on this innovative tradition, with rechargeable, fume-free and noiseless power stations being used to illuminate the display. And the magic doesn't stop inside the house, it intensifies with the Spirits of the Forest theme, with the house being under an enchanted spell and reclaimed by nature. Foliage explodes out of fireplaces and cooking pots, whilst woodland animals roam the halls in this imaginative display throughout this Victorian house. I think the kitchen was my favourite place, with its double height ceilings and an abundance of windows that bring in plenty of air. In the Armstrongs' time, the kitchen had labour-saving gadgets, including an early dishwasher and a water-powered rotating spit. This cupboard caught my eye with all of the jars of jams and preserves. The Victorians must have loved having a different spread on their breakfast every day. The big wooden kitchen table was laden with ingredients, looking ready to bake some delicious festive mince pies. I love how spacious this room is, but I imagine if there was quite a few cooks and servants down here all busily working on dishes, that it would suddenly feel quite crowded. In the centre of the room was a table that had been completely taken over by nature, with a huge tree growing from it. Plants from bulbs were protruding from the serving dishes, creating a rather big mess on the elegant dining table. In the next part of the room, we see roots cascading from an ornate fireplace, completely taken over in this festive display complete with beautiful Christmas tree. This space houses 4 of the inventor Joseph Swan's original incandescent lamps. Originally, the vases stood in a bowl of mercury, and servants would wear gloves to avoid electrocution whilst placing the bowls in mercury to complete the circuit. The house shone with electric light, powered by Armstrong's expertly integrated hydroelectricity system, harnessed by man-made lakes across the Cragside estate. It was then time for the big switch on. TV presenter and architect George Clark was switching on the lights, and you can see him in the distance as we're walking along to get our place. I cannot imagine the precision needed to decorate this tree with 1 kilometre of lights in the dizzying heights. And what is incredible is that this tree was planted by William and Margaret Armstrong over 160 years ago, creating a real link between the Christmases of the past, present and future.
Give yourselves a massive round of applause. It was fantastic. You should be so proud of yourselves. That is the best rendition of Somewhere on Ernie Reno by Keane that I've ever heard in my whole life. I'm going to send the lead singer that video after this. Honestly, he'll be so impressed that you sang his song at Cragside when we're just about to light the tree. Good evening, everyone. Are you all warm enough? Just about. Can we give the kids another round of applause? Come on, they were fantastic. They were brilliant. And just when I thought my career couldn't get any better, I get the phone call being asked to flick the switch and light up the Christmas lights for the Cragside Christmas tree here with the National Trust. I couldn't be more proud. It's one of the most honourable things I've ever been asked to do, because that house, I would say, is my favourite house in the world. I absolutely love it. It's one of the most beautiful buildings ever, and I've had the privilege of filming here as well. It's a place that's very close to my heart. I came here when I was a very young architecture student back in 1992, and I've even still got the sketch that I did of the front of the building that day when we came as architectural students. And it's a building that's stuck with me ever since and has inspired me to just try and become a better architect and a better designer than Norman Shaw, who designed this. Let's talk about the tree. This is the tree here. We're just about to put the lights on in a couple of seconds. Now, that tree is 42 metres high. That's twice the height of the Angel of the North. It was planted by the people who built the house, William and Margaret Armstrong, 160 years ago. That's nearly as old as me. It really is. 160 years old, this tree. It's a giant redwood, and the most important statistic, in fact, which all the parents will love this. This is how proud we should be of this tree. This is the largest living Christmas tree in the UK. And you read my script? He just went, in the UK, yeah, we know, yeah. I love that. You got told that. That's good. So everybody at Cragside and at the National Trust and everybody here should be really, really proud of that, which makes this even more of an amazing thing for me to do tonight. Should we do the lights? Should we do it? And do you know what? The engineers here at Cragside have built this beautiful special thing for me. It's even got a little gauge on there to show that it's on, but you've got to help me. You're going to help me do it? Yeah. Right, we've got to count down from 10. That's everybody. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas, everybody!
I've never seen a switch on of a Christmas tree before, so this was such an experience, and I even got a photo with George Clark himself. After the switch on, we ventured back into the gorgeous Victorian house for one last peek. The staircase was covered in a dried floral arrangement in wonderful tones of rust, burgundy and evergreen. I loved this china cabinet on the landing, which had completely been overcome by ivy and other foliage. Now what I saw at the top of the stairs really took my breath away, with rows of beautifully smelling Christmas trees lining the hallway, with paper snowflakes overhead making me feel like I was stepping into a world like Narnia. This is the drawing room, purposely designed for a stark contrast to the rest of the house, demonstrating the Armstrongs' wealth when hosting high-ranking officials and royalty. The colossal two-storey carved marble fireplace, that weighs 10 tons, was bathed in a blue light, really showing off the intricate carvings. The next room was the games room, with this billiard table completely overgrown with green foliage and candles, with fringed overhead lighting illuminating the display. This curious sign was on the hallway, mentioning Lord Armstrong's laboratory and a reconstruction of electrical movement, which sounded really intriguing, so it might be something that's open during normal hours at Cragside. It was truly magical and the perfect festive experience to get you in the mood for Christmas. You can visit the UK's tallest living Christmas tree and the Spirits of the Forest display at Cragside House from Sunday the 30th of November 2024 until Sunday the 5th of January 2025. I felt very lucky to have this experience and hope you enjoyed this video capturing it. If you liked this video, please give it a like and a subscribe if you haven't already, as I have so many other festive videos coming up.